A game of chess has its clear rules, as does any other competition. It is played on a chessboard and the chessmen are moved in a clearly specified way. Competition has, without doubt, its defined rules, which are supervised by the Office for the Protection of Competition. However, the pieces approach the game in different ways, with a different strategy. Each of them likes to use moves which they think will help them to win, and they do not like to be restricted by the others. For example, this white piece, this tradesman, he'd like to play a fair and clean game. The Black Queen is aware of her advantages, and maybe she would like to get around some rules. There are a lot of pawns, and they definitely want to show their importance as well. The knight wants to show the indisputable strength of his horse. Therefore, the chessboard is, with a bit of exaggeration, a mirror for the market, that magic place where demand meets supply. All of the competitors, pawns or kings, want to win. However, is it worth it for them to follow the rules? Competition among companies is the essential mechanism of the market economy. Healthy competition decreases prices and increases quality. Fair play is important mainly for consumers because it offers them a choice from a wider variety of goods for lower prices. An example of the positive influence of competition could be the telecommunications sector. Only a few years ago, there was a monopoly operator. However, from the moment when other operators entered the market, there was a contest, which provided us telephone calls or internet access for constantly lower prices, and even the implementation of new technologies. Only such an economy, which is based on healthy competition among enterprises, can be successful in a global market. The law of competition concerns entrepreneurs in all positions, multinational companies, big or small companies, and small traders. Independent companies which sell similar products or services compete mainly via price or quality in order to attract customers, buyers of their products. Each customer enters the competition among companies by purchasing a chosen product or service. Even though not everyone is a competitor, every person definitely is a consumer. Nothing has been decided in advance. The whole, producers, sellers, and even the consumers influence the result of the game, the success or the failure. In this way, even the pawn can be a very strong player.
Matt.
So there actually does not even exist any game. Everything has been agreed in advance, the positions have been dealt out, and the game is only pretend, a theatre for public, who do not see what is going on behind the curtains. This game will never be useful for the consumer, as he or she becomes a puppet in the hands of the companies which conducted the cartel agreement. The competitors, much like the chess players, should behave in the market independently, and they cannot coordinate their acts if it be to the detriment of the competition and consequently the citizen consumer. Cartel agreements are concluded by competitors mainly because they provide the competitors with a regular profit without the risk of a new competitor appearing on the market, and could endanger them by his own activity or better offer of services. We all know that while playing chess, it is necessary to undergo some risk. A cartel is a group of competitors who make a deal so that they can limit the competition. They share the market and set the prices. This can be done via secret agreements, not only among sellers of vegetables or sausages, but also among cement producers or petrol distributors. The impact on the citizen, consumer, is without doubt negative. Companies do not have to be afraid of the competition, and they do not have to try to increase the prices or improve services. 2 supermarket chains behaved in this way to their supplier, which coordinated their business conditions. If the suppliers did not agree with the conditions, the supermarkets threatened them with termination of their contract. As a result of this forbidden agreement, consumers could lose some of their favorite products from the shelves of supermarkets. Some companies can have such a strong position in the market that they do not have to respect their competitors. They abuse their dominant position and they try to dictate the rules of the game. The damaged competitors and consumers do not like this. However, the law of competition has its tools which can avoid unfair play. Every offence by the chessboard will be revenged, similarly as with violation by a dominant position in the market. The Office for the Protection of Competition claimed that one of the regional gas distributors abused his dominant position in the market when it, without authorization, collected fees for gas meter installation. The company was penalized and it had to return the money to their customers. The management of the company also sent an apology to their clients. The Office for the Protection of Competition has, in this way, helped to improve the business environment. It often happens that larger players buy out smaller ones in order to reach a better position. The chess characters join in order to swallow the competition. They do it for obvious reasons. These mergers help to increase the efficiency and performance of individual companies. However, sometimes the companies do not know their limits, and then this can negatively influence the competition and consumers. If these companies are acquisitive, the merger can easily turn into the fairy tale about the big bad wolf. An example could be the merger of the two most important pharmaceutical companies on the Czech market. The Anti-Monopoly Office allowed the merger under the condition that they would transfer the production of some of the pharmaceuticals to competitors. The company reached a better position. However, the consumer was at the same time protected from price increase of some products. And what about you? You're not playing alone. The rules are clear and they support those who follow them. The wider public, with its active approach and provision of information regarding unfair behaviour, can help reveal this behaviour. Companies and consumers who were damaged as a result of unfair behaviour can apply to the court. The decision of the office is important. Companies which participate in a cartel agreement can repair the damage if they inform the office in time. The goal of the office's activities is especially prevention rather than repression. The office tries to solve some of its cases by so-called competition advocacy. The office discusses with the company, which is probably in breach of the rules, and tries to induce them to make a quick improvement outside a court process. Even if a court process has already been started, the competitors still have a chance to adopt commitments which lead to the elimination of an anti-competitive situation. In this way, a company can avoid a high penalty.